My name is Nathan Singer. I work for the TWRA, the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency, here at the Normandy Fish Hatchery. The Normandy Fish Hatchery is located on the Duck River, which is one of the most biologically diverse rivers in all of North America. We have more species of fish in the Duck River than all of the countries in Europe combined. So it's a very important and amazing place that's really in our backyard. So it's very important that we take care of it, and the Duck River really takes care of us here at the fish hatchery. We depend on a clean, high-quality water source to supply all of the water for our fish hatchery, so that we can then in turn make more fish and distribute them all across the state of Tennessee, which so the Duck River really benefits all of Tennessee in many ways. The fish hatchery itself is located on 204 acres in a big bend of the Duck River just below Normandy Dam. And Normandy Dam was built in 1974. When they filled the reservoir, it became the only flood control dam on the Duck River system. So that's part of what makes the Duck River special, is that there's not a whole lot of changes in its flow throughout the whole state of Tennessee. It goes for about 280 miles, and it flows through all different types of habitats, the Highland Rim, the Nashville Basin, back to the western Highland Rim, and then into the Tennessee River Valley. So as the river travels downstream, or downstream, it actually flows from north to south and then back north again. More and more tributaries influence the river. So as it flows downstream, you get a greater diversity in fish and also aquatic mussels and vegetation. And it was actually featured in the National Geographic as one of the most biodiverse places in the world. Here at the fish hatchery, we have the ability to raise a number of warm water species. So we raise things like crappie and white bass, or striped bass, and walleye. And we can raise catfish and any number of warm water species like bass or bluegill. So there's different strategies for reproduction, and we sort of work with nature and hope that everything goes well, and we can have a successful spawn, and we can help make every lake in Tennessee a little bit better, thanks to the Duck River and the facility we have here. So today at the fish hatchery, we harvested one of our crappie ponds. These fish were spawned back in May, and they've spent the whole summer, about 7 months with us, to grow up to a nice size. We feed those fish every day, twice a day, and they're able to get to a size that we feel, whenever we stock them in the lakes, that they're not vulnerable to any larger predators. Don our waders, and we get in there with seines, and we slowly work around the kettle, and we scoop up the fish, we load them into buckets. The buckets are then taken up the steps to the hauling trucks. The hauling trucks are full of water with a little bit of salt in there. The salt actually helps the fish stay calm, and there's oxygen that is released into the water from our oxygen tanks, so that we can actually put a lot of fish in a small space and they still remain very stress-free. After we've harvested the fish from the pond, we'll bring them back to the hatchery building, and we'll take a little subsample of the fish, because we've weighed our fish whenever we're loading them onto the truck. But we don't know how many fish we have per pound. So we know how many pounds are on the truck. So we come back and we count the number of fish per pound on the truck, and then from there we can estimate how many fish we have on the truck, and then we can decide which lake needs that many and where does it need to go in that lake. And so today we had a little over 20,000 fish at 50 to the pound. So they were very nice, healthy fish, and those fish went to 2 different places on Thames Ford Lake.